Let me ask you a question right out of the gate. How much time do you currently spend on grant writing? Seriously, think about it. If you're like most researchers we talk to, the answer is probably measured in weeks or even agonizing months. But what if we could completely change that math? Consider this absolutely incredible real-world case. A climate research team needed to scan 10,000 papers for really specific methodology details, all for a massive review of existing science. Now, in the past, this was a brute force task. It would take forever. But they used an AI assistant, and the AI identified the 340 relevant studies in just a few hours. That single move literally saved a graduate student an entire semester's worth of grueling manual work. That is the sheer leverage we're going to be talking about today.
Welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here. Today, I'm going to be putting on my senior consultant hat to help you completely transform how you tackle the famously grueling grant writing process. We're going to take you from feeling like an exhausted drafter to operating as a highly strategic, highly effective grant architect. We're going to look at exactly how to leverage artificial intelligence, not to do the thinking for you, definitely not, but to massively accelerate your success rate.
Okay, here's our playbook for today. We're going to cover the grant writing bottleneck, using AI as your co-writer, perfecting those specific aims, aligning with funders, the iteration cycle, and finally, some very common AI pitfalls you need to avoid. Let's jump right in.
Part 1. The grant writing bottleneck and the really high stakes of proposal writing.
I want to validate a major pain point right now. Excellent, world-changing research often just dies on the vine simply because of poor, time-consuming proposal writing. And here's the hard truth. Writing a research paper and writing a grant proposal are two completely different skills. Papers are about reporting your findings, right? But proposals, they are fundamentally persuasive. You have to balance technical detail with accessibility, manage risk, highlight innovation, and do it all within tight word limits. And because this skill is so often overlooked in traditional training, the bottleneck is enormous. Just let the math speak for itself here. Without AI, you might spend 2 to 3 weeks just developing your specific aims through endless, frustrating manual drafts. But with AI assistance, you can outline, generate, and strategically refine those exact same specific aims in maybe 4 to 5 hours. Now, AI doesn't replace your scientific strategy. You are absolutely still the brains of the operation, but it dramatically reduces the time it takes to get that crucial, heavy-lifting first draft actually down on the page.
Section 2. AI as your co-writer. Moving from the blank page to a strategic draft. I want you to think of AI as your tireless, always-on research collaborator. We are finally moving away from the intimidation of the blank page and jumping straight into a working draft. If you frame AI as an assistant that just handles the tedious data compilation and structural formatting, it frees you up to focus 100% of your cognitive energy on the content, the scientific strategy, and the high-level framing. So what exactly can this collaborator take off your plate? Well, AI can help you understand specific proposal conventions and organize your structure for maximum impact. It helps develop compelling framing, which is vital. But perhaps most importantly, it helps you translate really complex technical details for reviewers who are incredibly smart, but they just might not be experts in your specific subfield. Oh, and it can also generate those absolutely tedious budget justifications, which is a game changer all on its own.
Section 3. Perfecting your specific aims. Consider this a hands-on masterclass.
The specific aims section is arguably the most critical part of any grant. It's the very first thing reviewers look at to understand your research. If your aims are fuzzy or vague or disorganized, your competitiveness just tanks immediately. But this is exactly where AI shines, provided you guide it correctly. Let's break down the methodology step by step. First, you've got to write a detailed research narrative, your questions, methods, and significance. Second, feed that to the AI along with your target funder's specific guidelines. Third, ask it to generate an initial draft. But please, do not stop there. Step 4 is where you iteratively refine it for scientific accuracy. And Step 5 is comparing those final aims against actual successfully funded examples. The key takeaway here is that highly detailed human inputs yield highly structured outputs, which then absolutely must be verified by you.
Notice the targeted phrasing we're using here. When you're in that refinement stage, you don't just say, hey, make this better. You want to use a prompt exactly like this one. For each specific aim, explain why it's important scientifically and practically. Make the significance stronger. Using prompts with this level of detail essentially forces the AI to elevate generic text into a highly compelling scientific argument. It bridges the gap between a simple list of tasks and a persuasive vision of future discovery.
Part 4. Aligning with funder priorities. Essentially, speaking their language.
You have to understand that a generic proposal that could theoretically apply to any funder is highly unlikely to be competitive anywhere. If you don't explicitly align your language with the specific funder you're targeting, you are just leaving funding on the table. Look at how varying these conventions are. If you're talking to the NIH, they want to hear all about scientific innovation and rigorous methodology. The NSF, on the other hand, really leans into broader impacts alongside clear research questions. And private foundations? They are usually laser-focused on mission alignment, community engagement, and public benefit. Reviewers at these different institutions value very different approaches, and your grant must explicitly reflect those exact values to win.
So how do we actually solve this with AI? I highly recommend keeping this prompt in your back pocket. You literally tell the AI, revise this proposal section to align with the funder's emphasis, and you fill in that specific funder right there in the brackets. Then you tell it to use language consistent with the exact funded examples you provide it. This forces the AI to reframe your rigorous science using the precise vocabulary and tone that the review committee is actively looking for.
Section 5. The iteration cycle. Getting from that initial draft to a fully funded proposal.
I cannot stress this enough. The very first draft you get from an AI is just a starting point. It is not the finished product. The real magic, the thing that turns a decent draft into a fully funded proposal, happens during rapid revision cycles. Let me share a fantastic little anecdote from our source material. A researcher asked her AI assistant this exact question: what actually makes successful NIH proposals? The AI fired back with the strict rules of the game, emphasizing deep innovation and tight methodology. Because of that conversational feedback, she realized that one of her 4 specific aims was actually quite weak compared to the others. So instead of stubbornly keeping it in, she dropped it entirely. This allowed her to tighten her whole proposal into 3 major, highly compelling aims. Just asking the AI to explain the rules completely changed her strategy for the better.
But remember, the AI only guides, you have to refine. These are the critical human-led refinements needed to transform a dense background section into a winner. You've got to clarify the urgency, like why does this need to happen right now? You must address feasibility explicitly, proving to reviewers you've anticipated the roadblocks. You need to broaden your impact statements, and crucially, the final step in the iteration cycle is always soliciting human feedback from grant specialists and mentors. Think of it this way: AI builds the house, but human collaboration decorates it.
Finally, Section 6, Common AI Pitfalls. We really need a reality check here.
As your consultant, it's my job to warn you to proactively calibrate your judgment skills. If you treat AI like some infallible oracle, you are going to get burned by hallucinations. These are moments where the AI just confidently makes things up. I'm talking about concrete examples like generating entirely fake citations to scientific papers that literally do not exist, or entirely fabricating statistical data just to make your background section sound stronger. You have got to be the final fact checker. If you over-rely on generic AI language without injecting your specific scientific voice, your proposal will sound exactly like everyone else's. Watch out for poorly calibrated ambition too. AI might write aims that are vastly overstated. To protect yourself, I want you to use a quick mental checklist to weigh the task risk versus the AI capability. First, is the task low risk, like summarizing a text you already know intimately? Great, let AI do it. Second, does the task require novel scientific claims? AI should definitely not do that alone. Third, is the AI citing literature? High risk, verify every single source. Never assume AI can replace human strategic thinking. You are the architect, the AI is just the drafting software.
Which brings us to our final thought for today. Ask yourself right now, what would make your grant proposals more competitive? By mastering AI as a true grant architect, you aren't just saving weeks of your life. You are freeing up your mind to dream bigger, strategize sharper, and ultimately secure the funding your research deserves. I challenge you to completely rethink how you approach your very next proposal draft. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Happy writing out there.